Over the years, there have been many stories told where a driver has experienced the vanishing hitchhiker, where they had been travelling by vehicle and then came upon a hitchhiker who is either walking along or standing under a light, hoping to get a lift, and then jump in. Some of the phantom hitchhikers will speak, whilst others are silent and will just point. After a few seconds or a few minutes, subsequently vanish without explanation, usually from the moving vehicle. The following terrifying true stories are about vanishing hitchhikers. Ray Fulton, England. On October the 12th, 1979, on a rainy night in Bedfordshire, southern England, Ray Fulton had been playing in a darts match in a pub in Leighton Buzzard. It was almost 9:30 p.m. when he headed home. Although he had had a couple of pints of lager, Fulton claims that he was definitely not drunk and could not risk getting picked up as he needed his van for his work as a carpet fitter. As he was driving his van through nearby Stanbridge, he was in Peddars Lane and was slowly turning into Station Road when he spotted a figure standing under a streetlight. And as he drew closer, he could see that it was the person thumbing for a ride. He figured they probably lived in either Tottenham or Dunstable, which were both in the direction Fulton was headed, and a lift would also help to get them out of the rain. So he pulled up in front of him. The young man walked towards the van in the headlights, and Fulton could see that he was wearing a dark-coloured jumper and trousers with an open-collared white shirt. The young man then walked to the passenger side, opened the door, and sat down. Fulton asked where he was going, and the young man did not reply, but just pointed up the road. Fulton continued driving at about 40 miles an hour, and after a few silent minutes, he turned around to offer the young man a cigarette, but he found he was no longer in the car. The interior light had not come on, indicating that the door had not opened, and who would jump out of a moving car without a reason? Fulton braked and turned on his internal light, then turned to look in the back of the van to see if he had somehow jumped in the back, but no one was there. He quickly recalled the last few minutes, where 1 minute he had a passenger, and then no passenger, and no door opening. So, where did he go? Suddenly, the full impact of the moment hit him. Fulton stomped on the accelerator, and in his own words said, "I drove like a bat out of hell," not stopping until he reached a pub called the Glider. After a quick drink to steady himself, he went to the Dunstable police to have some explanation for what he had experienced. They were unable to help him, but they understood he was being quite earnest in his concerns. The police later inspected the scene and found that the area was very open and flat and would give no opportunity for anyone to hide. In a later interview, Fulton's wife Sheila stated that he insisted on leaving the lights on at home that night because he was afraid that whatever it was he had encountered might come after him. No one was quite sure what to make of the matter, but everyone agreed Fulton was truly terrified and absolutely believed what he was describing happened. In a 1985 TV interview for Arthur C. Clarke's World of Strange Powers, Fulton stated, "It was obvious that someone got in my van, and I do not know to this day what it was." France, backseat warning. In January 1976, 2 young men from the city were putting a new car through its paces and driving at a fast speed in the Pyrenees region of southwestern France. They then spotted a young woman hitchhiking along the road. They quickly pulled the car over and offered the young woman a lift. It was a 2-door car, so one of the young men had to get out of the car, push the seat forward in order for her to get into the back seat. When she jumped in the back, he quickly pulled the seat forward and jumped back in. They then continued to race down the road. The young woman then advised the men to slow down, as this was a bad area for car accidents. The young men wisely heeded her advice and slowed down. Then one of the young men, being smart, leaned his head back and said to the young woman, "You see, madam, other people may kill themselves here, but we got by all right." The young woman did not reply, and when both men looked back, they found the back seat was empty. The hitchhiker had gone. Yet it was a 2-seater vehicle, and there was no way she could have exited the vehicle without the car stopping and one of the young men happened to get out himself. Maybe this young woman was there to warn drivers, and in doing so, was saving their lives.